Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning to you, my love, and good morning to all of our regulars out there.
Hello, regulars. Welcome to JK LOL Storytime. I'm Jon.
And I'm Keisha. We are thrilled that you're spending, what are we releasing these on Thursdays? So
Yeah,
I
Thursday
expect you
mornings.
guys, Thursday morning by the latest Friday morning. I'm thrilled that you guys are spending time with us and listening to our shenanigans and letting us share a little bit about who we are, what we're about, and ultimately bring a ray of sunshine and some joy into your life.
Mm-hmm.
Did I say it right?
I think you did.
All right. Well, as always, this story started
A long time ago.
at 6:30. 6:03. Excuse me. I'm dyslexic if you can't tell. 6:03 in a bar.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only gotten better from there.
Absolutely has. Now we're on episode 11.
We are. The
We
big
have,
1-1.
Yep, we have official art.
We do. Yes, John's daughter, Harper. She wanted to contribute to our JK LOL story time. So we are displaying her version of, what would you call this? A cover?
Title card.
A title card. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's more behind it, so we'll change them out. But yeah, she's quite the artist.
There's plenty more where that came from.
Mm-hmm. She's very excited. So
You know, what I have to point out is just, my head's much bigger than yours is.
that checks out.
And I've got the smiley teeth and your tongue's hanging out.
I also have more hair, so I think we're doing okay. I don't know if it's accurate. Not drawn to scale.
It's not drawn to scale, but it is absolutely
But
heartwarming nonetheless.
And it's adorable.
It is. It is. Our kiddos like to, during when we're watching church, sometimes we'll stay home and do church services that are streamed versus, getting everybody herded like kittens into the car. And so they like to draw pictures. They are responsible, though. We started this really cool thing where we do something funny. They have to be paying attention to the sermon. And so they have to pick out something that was funny to them, something that touched their heart and their number one takeaway from the sermon. And that's been really good, actually.
It has. It's been really a great way to get to know them.
Yes.
And how they think and how they receive information.
Yes, it has. And, they always start with the thing that was funny to me. So
It's usually like, boy, that was a longer walk than I thought, or you need a Snickers bar.
Yeah.
But, kid stuff. So it's not, not inappropriate.
But it does help keep them engaged, too, so that they're constantly pointing out, wait, is this my funny thing or is that my funny thing?
Through the entire thing. Unless he just opens with a banger, and then it's like, well,
Okay,
don't pray with your eyes closed while you're driving.
Yeah, yep. Yep.
Not advisable. Don't do that.
Not advisable.
So, but we're excited. This is episode 11. We've had some downloads. We're shooting this obviously in advance of its release because we
Yes,
don't
we are.
stay up late Wednesday night and shoot them or record them right before release day. That would be miserable.
Wednesday nights are church nights, babe. I've got to teach those little ones.
I mean, even if we stayed up till midnight, it'd still take the production of everything online, and
It's true. It's true.
it is. But we have listeners all over the globe, which is pretty exciting for us.
Yes. We haven't
I
really.
won't name all of the countries, but Uruguay, we have one on every continent now.
Do we on every continent?
North and South America, Europe, Asia, Australia.
No Russia.
No, we have China.
Oh, we do.
We have Hong Kong. No.
Guys, we're big. There's like one listener in each country, but
We also have one in Jamaica, which, immediately when I said that, brought up, stuff from Cool Runnings.
cool runnings. Yeah, Sanka, you did.
I'm on.
So yeah, we haven't really mentioned this. We've talked about it with like our close inner circle of friends, but we really haven't pushed this with family and saying, "Hey, download us, check us out." Da da da. We really wanted to see how well John's marketing skills work, and I'm quite impressed by you, my dear sir.
Well, thank you, babe.
You are doing an
Organic
incredible
growth.
job.
I actually had to help one of my friends, Rich, find the podcast app on his phone the other day so he could listen to the first 3
So,
episodes.
guys, these are the calibers of our friends. Do you understand why we haven't asked our friends to?
Yes, we want to grow organically everywhere else. So we are very deeply honored if you're listening from wherever you are,
Yes.
and you don't know us. You are maybe even more in our inner circle than some of our friends because they haven't heard these and you have. So
Yes.
you're our regulars.
So thank you very much. Share a little bit of appreciation first thing right off the bat.
Absolutely.
And we're going to continue on with the wedding on tour, our last stop of the tour, John.
Correct. I am full of Philly tacos and Yingling, and we are booking it to Canada.
Which is actually the shortest distance that we actually have to I think maybe Phoenix to Las Vegas might be in competition.
It's going to be close.
But from Philadelphia to Kingston, Ontario, where we're going to be at, it's actually only about a 4.5-hour drive.
Well, it depends on how much of like side sightseeing we do. So we have to drive through Scranton.
How many times my tiny bladder has to stop and void itself?
We have to stop in Scranton. So
We absolutely do.
we do. We have to have an office experience of some sort.
We both love The Office. I actually was introduced to The Office by my friend Gail. So that's our Arizona stop.
That would be episode number 5.
Episode number 5. I'm glad you're keeping track of all of this.
It's going to get real weird the further we get into the double digits and maybe into the triple digits. I'm going to have to be like, oh, hold on, let me get the log out, and
We're just going to stop announcing the number of episode it is and just dive. No. Oh,
the first one.
John says no.
Nope, episode number always. But for me to recall like that, probably not going to happen once we get past 50. Although if I can remember how much whiskey's in a bottle that's been sitting around your house for 2 years, I could probably figure it out.
Probably, honey. Probably.
So anyway, you got introduced to The Office from Gail.
I did, yes. And we were not roomies yet. Actually, we had just become friends. We'd started working together at that continuing education center.
So was there Boston Market money at this point, or no? That came later?
This is pre-Boston Market money. This is them finding out just how crazy. This is pre-Keisha drinking alcohol. This is pre-everything. And she had her first apartment. It was just this cute, amazing apartment. And I would go over and I would sleep on her couch and fall asleep to The Office. So I very much got hooked on it right away. Loved the Jim and Pam story. That's what kept me going. Like, man, I need a gym. And looking right at him. I love how you just turned to the camera.
Look at the camera.
You're looking at him, right?
I've watched enough Office. I know what to do.
And yeah, I've loved it ever since. We have so many just inside jokes that are The Office.
Office themed.
Gail and I would just Bears, Beats, Battlestar Galactica, let's go kind of stuff. So it's an amazing show. We love it. So absolutely stop through Scranton.
Yeah, we're going to stop. I mean, not for very long, but enough to get some pictures downtown and
smile in front of Dunder Mifflin.
I'm sure there's,
is Dunder Mifflin's not even real.
No, they shot that in California, and it's not real. But there is a paper company that they use, like I believe, the outside of the building in like the B-roll on the intro, like title card stuff. So we'll have to research that a little bit. If there's any of our regulars out there that know more about that, send us an email.
Yeah, let us know where we need to go in Scranton to get like the Office experience.
Absolutely. Sure. Yeah, if you are from that area of the world and you know about Scranton, Pennsylvania, and
I mean, is there even a Chili's in Scranton? We could definitely go to Chili's, share a margarita. I could go drink other people's margaritas, be true Pam, true Pam fashion.
Well, yep. You sure could.
That's a choice.
They probably wouldn't go the same way, but
probably not.
You do have main character energy, though. So
if I wear white tennis shoes, maybe I'll get away with it.
Maybe.
Take a Dundee. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
We will, but it'll be fun. And so so we'll be leaving the Philly area, headed through Scranton, and then through upstate New York.
Yes.
On our way to Kingston, Ontario, which is right across the border from the upstate New York.
Correct. You would be correct, sir.
Yep. So I know things.
He knows the geography.
I know how to look at a map. You guys, it's taken me a lot of years, but I finally figured out how to look at a map.
Finally figured it out. I'm glad you finally figured it out. Are we doing paper maps? Or are we going to just,
We're going to throw it back to the 90s and the early 2000s. And I'm going to print a bunch of MapQuest maps.
A MapQuest map.
No, we are having that thing locked into GPS because we don't have any time to screw around. So
we really don't.
We don't. Like, the kids are always asking, like, who we want to come with?
I'm like, it's going to be
kind of whiny.
Like,
and I'm like, it's not going to be fun. Like, it sounds like it's fun, but it's not.
We're lucky our friends love us and we love them.
Mm-hmm.
Strike that, reverse it. And our friends are lucky that we,
Willie.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're lucky that they.
I mean, they're still going to get more time.
They're willing to go along with us, but this is honestly just it's for us. But everything worth having is difficult to obtain. How about that? Ooh, I like that. Can we quote that? Can we make a Keisha sticker? Everything worth having is difficult to obtain.
Yes.
Okay.
Love to see how many other people said it.
You and your brilliant mind, always wanting to check everything. I think I came up with it first.
Okay. We'll let you decide.
You're like, nope, absolutely not. I think I've heard that before.
It's okay. It is what it is.
But yeah, I was actually talking to a coworker about it, and she didn't quite fully comprehend. Everyone thinks, oh, 9 weddings and you guys are going on tour. How fun. That's going to be so exciting. And I can't wait to see pictures and watch the videos and the da 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
But when I start actually hashing out what we're doing, they're like, you are freaking nuts. That's going to be miserable.
Yeah, we're going to have a camera in our lives all the time shooting a docu-series for
Right. Like
YouTube,
we don't have a bus driver that's taking the tour bus and driving all through the night so that we can be sleeping.
It's me. Yeah.
It's this handsome tall drink of water and myself when he's just like, babe, I need to get a couple of hours of sleep. So, our friends, we love them and we wouldn't change anything about what we're doing. However, it's not a typical tour where we're hitting a couple of cities within a week. It is, we've got a week to travel 6,000 miles. Well, not 6,000.
No, but several thousand. I mean, we've talked about like you having to fly back from Buffalo to North Dakota to make sure that we're here on time for kids and stuff. So, and I would drive back from Ontario. It's a 24-hour drive from Ontario to North Dakota.
Thank goodness we have Randy and Donkey.
Mm-hmm.
Randy and Donkey coming along.
Delta Airlines, if you're listening.
It's kind of fun dropping all of these names beginning on the podcast, because if this blows up, then these people are going to be like, dag nabbit, I should have gotten in sooner. And
yeah, absolutely. We're not getting anything from anybody at this point, except for we did get one email back from the Wisconsin Dells Convention Visitors Bureau. So that's exciting. They're pumped.
You.
They're pumped about that. I'm excited that they're pumped about our story. I didn't know this. There's a water park there. I don't know which one it is, but it does have a giant love sign like in the parking lot too. So
no, that's where we got to do it for sure.
Yes, that's what I said. So I don't know which one it is. We're going to figure it out. I'm super excited about it. Unfortunately, we can't be there for the launch of their summer season just because our friends that are going to be there are on their annual leave from the military later into June. So that's why that stop is there. So
yes. But fun fact, the day that they wanted us to be there, so May 23rd is actually my brother's birthday. So
interesting.
It could have been a fun opportunity. We missed it.
Well, he's not coming with anyway.
No, he's not.
No.
But that's okay.
Not to that stop. I mean, he's going to be at the wedding where he lives. But
yeah. So it'll be fun for all. We're slowly making some small waves. Hopefully they turn into bigger waves. As long as that's what it's meant to be. We're kind of at that que sera point of we're putting it out there. We're wanting to share love and fun and just something unique that hasn't been done yet. To people just living life out loud. So
we're going to do it anyway.
We are doing it. It's happening.
The only one we really need on our team is like Buffalo Trace. Don't miss out. Don't make me call somebody else. We really want that wedding in a barrel warehouse, right? And to do that, we're going to probably need permission because...
Yeah, they don't just let anybody walk into where they're aging their bourbons.
Unless you carry a ladder and a clipboard, maybe. I don't know.
How fun would that be? You won't let us in Buffalo Trace. We're just going to go incognito.
This lady's wearing a wedding dress, carrying a ladder and a clipboard through the parking lot. Like, she's fine. This probably don't need to investigate that.
I mean, either that or would you marry me if I'm wearing Levi's and a vest?
Babe, I'd marry you right now.
Thanks, honey.
You're welcome.
I'd marry you right now, too.
Well, I do look pretty handsome, so.
I was going to say, you are looking particularly sharp. Here I am mom moding it, just dropped kid off at school. And
we had donuts.
Yeah. It's Friday, so we had...
Yes. Well, we should probably get into the meat and potatoes of this.
Let's do it.
So now we're at Canada. We're in Kingston. Let's hear about Alex. How did you first meet her?
So Alex, she is a dear friend of mine from the dental field. We have been professional colleagues supporting each other for the last, 7 years. But I first met her in New York City at NYU, where we were taking our initial course through a company that offered certification for oral facial myofunctional therapy. And so it was the very first kickoff class, and it was true lecture style. There were a lot of seats available. Someone was lecturing at the front, slideshows, the whole gambit of everything. And there was this brilliant girl that would talk about aspects of dentistry that I'd never heard before. So she grew up, her father does more of that holistic type natural dentistry. He doesn't do your traditional, let's put a lot of chemicals in the mouth, let's do the metal fillings that have mercury in them. Like, he's very conscious about what is going into the oral cavity, and there are a lot of alternative methods and alternative treatments that we just don't simply think about because A, it's not what's being taught mainstream, but B, there's an initial investment of not only, cost, but time to be able to treat in this manner. So she was talking about all of these random things, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this girl's brilliant. So we, got together, a group of us, to go to have lunch together. A lot of us don't know New York City, naturally. And so we'd get together and go have lunch, and I was just truly amazed by her. So towards the end of the course, you share and exchange information, but I had asked her, hey, are you going to the next section, course number 2, which is going to be the breathing aspect, right? When you're talking about airway focused dentistry, breathing through your nose and establishing nasal breathing is essential because your tongue posture needs to be with your tongue to the roof of the mouth. I promise I'm not geeking out too much over it now. That's another podcast.
Is it another podcast?
Where Jon falls asleep. He has heard this stuff so much, guys, he's just like...
It's okay, guys. I'll jump on the grenade for you.
So anyways, but going to the next course, it was going to be in a couple of months. And again, in New York City. And she's like, I don't know if I can make it happen, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, girl, we'll share a room together. Let's just do it.
She lives like 4 hours from the city, and you're here halfway across the country. So
Right. And so we made it happen. We were roomies together, had the best experiences. This breathing course, it was actually in a yoga studio, and it was hot, middle of summer in New York City. There was no AC. We had to open the windows, but then it was humid and just all the things. And funny thing about that, the instructor's from Ireland, and he thought I was the Canadian because my accent was so, I guess, North Dakotan. I don't know how to explain it, but he thought I was the Canadian just because of my accent. I sounded more Canadian than...
Mid-continental.
Yeah.
She's more East Coast.
Alex did. So for the longest time, he would get us mixed up. And finally, she's like, no, like you... worked with my sister, blah, blah, blah. They had all these cool connections. And so he finally got it right at the end. But in the middle of all of that, Jon, we are walking. And again, we're professionals. We're at a professional conference. And so we've got, like, for me, I think I was wearing jeans, like some skinny jeans, but I had a pinstriped, like, oversized boyfriend jacket and a nice blouse. And I'm wearing heels. Not my smartest move, but we were Ubering everywhere. No big deal.
It's always you in the shoes.
It's always me in the darn shoes, isn't it?
The shoes, always. You're always like, I'm wearing the wrong shoes for this.
I kind of do say that a lot, don't I?
You do say that a lot. And, I'm a pretty great Boy Scout, but keeping an extra pair of shoes.
How many times have we gone and just bought extra shoes because I chose the wrong shoes?
I don't know. Do you want to pause the episodes and go count in the closet?
Guys, I have a problem.
It's translated into your daughter now, too.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. I mean, luckily you guys get to the point where you both wear the same shoe size, so.
Yes.
So there is that.
So. But she'll outgrow me
But eventually. You're just going to use that as an excuse to buy more cute shoes for yourself under the guise of buying them for your daughter.
That does not sound unrealistic.
It's like almost like I'm an investigator or seen this movie before, so.
Well, how long have you known me, though?
Long enough. And also not long enough.
Oh. Well, either way.
Anyway, so you're Ubering around New York City in heels because wearing heels to walk around New York City is a terrible idea.
It is a terrible idea. And it turns out that was the middle of, so the way to get to the place that we were at, it was on this main strip. I apologize for all of you that know New York City and know the Pride celebration and the parade that ensues that time of year. But I don't know the street names, so I'll just say that we could not get an Uber to come pick us up because it was right where everything was happening.
At the epicenter of the activities of that day.
Correct. So we've got Keisha and Alex dressed in our business gear, and we're like, well, we're just going to have to hoof it. All right, Keisha in her heels. We're walking through Pride, trying to blend in. Guys, I stuck out like a sore thumb. Like I was not in the right dress and attire for this situation. So we did have a good time. We ended up I took my blazer and like packed it into my laptop bag, and so I was just wearing the blouse, and we found these cool artificial flower headbands, and we were trying to blend in as much as we could. I did get a free pack of Oreos though.
Oh, very cool.
They had all of the different pronouns on them, and so I got myself a cool bag of Oreos to.
Did they taste the same?
They tasted exactly the same.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they were delicious. I love a good Oreo. But from that point on, we were kind of just, I don't know how to say it, professional soul sisters, if that makes sense. We both had very similar philosophies. We both are very passionate, very driven, love learning. And so we continued to do conferences together. I would meet her at conferences and we would grow. And then COVID happened.
Mm-hmm.
For me, just like it did for you. And so I stopped practicing the orofacial myofunctional therapy in office and decided I'm going to go to school full-time for speech language pathology. And we talked a little bit about that in my origin story. But Alex was still continuing to do her practicing of orofacial myofunctional therapy. And so we would lean on each other very heavily. She's very clinically driven and very brilliant. And I have a lot of the business background and the organization and the structures and the checklists and the blah, 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 blahs. So we will collaborate even to this day. We have a lot of conversations and we'll think it's like, okay, it's going to be a quick hour call.
Quick hour call. You'll come to learn about us. Nothing is a quick hour call. Or calls that are supposed to be a quick hour call are also then like 10 minutes. It's like an ADHD superpower, right?
Right. Just always the opposite.
So yeah, that quick call to Ken and Janet turned into a 6-hour FaceTime, which turned into all of this as I just heard everything that's going on here. So yeah, you get on the call with Alex a couple times a month, I think has been kind of the cadence lately. I mean, of course, there's adjustments for Easter holidays and things like that, but you get to catch up with her and just geek out until the battery on the iPad dies.
Every time I'm like, hang on, I got to plug in. But we collaborate. We just talk back and forth, supporting, like I said, each other professionally and personally. I mean, professional and personal kind of intertwined, don't they?
Well, when you spend enough time with each other, I mean, I'm sure your entire time in New York City was not professional discussions the entire time, so.
No, guys, we actually went to Grand Central Station at like midnight thinking that we were going to find gluten-free donuts for her because she's gluten-free and we wanted donuts. And so I'm like, there's this place, they make them, let's go find it. Says that they're open. It turns out at midnight at Grand Central Station, a lot of things are closed. Mm-hmm. Go figure.
Yeah. A gluten-free donut place would be the first place to close in my mind. But coming from the food and beverage industry, like that's a pretty niche market. Like as soon as like the majority of that demographic is gone to bed, there's no reason to stay up.
Yeah.
Plus, donuts generally early morning thing, right? You're in New York City, one of the greatest cities in the world, and you didn't DoorDash them?
I don't think I had DoorDash then, or
2019.
Let me just correct myself. No, probably 2019. I did not know about DoorDash then. Let me preface that. I'm in Minot, North Dakota. I mean, we're kind of like at least 5 years behind every other state in the country. So,
and yet produced a couple that's taking their wedding on tour.
Go figure. Crazy sauce.
Crazy.
But I do have to mention that night that we were getting our gluten-free donuts. That's also the Manhole cover night.
Oh, yes.
We were walking, and I do know this street name because I liked a lot of the stores on it, but we were on Fifth Avenue, and we were walking back from Grand Central Station, and there was this Manhole cover, and all of these cars were like, it was causing all of these problems. People would either stop and then be honking at each other, and we're like, these two, Midwestern type girls were like, well, why doesn't anybody go put the Manhole cover back on? So you have us two girls. This time I was not in heels. I was in tennies this time. But we take and we pick up the friggin' Manhole cover. We are the heroes of New York, but we had like caca-poo-poo on our hands.
I'm sure you did. That's why nobody was helping.
And so we're like, what should we just do? We saved the day, and now we've got crap everywhere.
Saved part of the day, and now you ruined another part of the day.
And so thankfully we found, because we're on Fifth Avenue in these nicer stores, we can't go and be like, hey, can we wash poop off of our hands? At midnight. But there was, I don't remember if it was just a coffee shop or like a French patisserie type place, but we did get permission to touch their key. Actually, I think the employee opened the door for us.
You. Would you like me to put soap on your hands? Would you like me to turn the water on for you?
Yeah.
So, we saved the day. I'm a hero.
I'm a hero, but I got poop on my hands. Can you help me?
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, yeah, Alex and Keisha, we're destined to save the world at some point in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Just in case you wanted to know, not just the streets of New York, but
Mm-hmm.
the entire world.
Yes, through breathing Reeducation.
And breathing Reeducation
Mm-hmm.
and oral-facial
You know it's
myofunctional
bad,
therapy.
folks, when you're like, man, I can't even breathe right.
What is wrong with this world? I'm not even breathing right anymore.
Turns out I'm not even breathing right. So thanks.
The most
for
basic
that.
thing you've been doing it
And
your
they're like,
entire
yeah,
life.
You just have to up your tolerance for carbon dioxide. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure my allergies help with that. But how do I do that? And she's like, oh, you just walk around the couch till you feel like you're going to pass out. I'm like, okay.
Guys, it's a lot more.
I mean, there's a lot more to it.
Summary of that.
There's a lot more to it, but that's what you said you start with, right? I feel like we had that conversation. There's a lot more because we've done some of the exercises.
We have, yeah.
So I'm just waiting for allergy season to kick in. And then I'm going to walk around the couch till I fall out. And probably not even the couch, maybe just the ottoman.
Maybe just the
Be like, I got to figure out how to be unlike Zoolander and just like be able to lean left so when I pass out, I fall on the ottoman.
I love you, honey.
I love you too.
And I love the summary.
Yes, thank you. So you're in New York City. You guys are having fun. Then what happens? COVID
happens. We,
lose touch for a bit.
We did. I wouldn't say we lost touch. I mean,
well, you definitely weren't calling each other, I think, every month.
No. And then, for me, going through my divorce and all of those things, we'd still catch up with each other. But professionally, I was not in a mind space where I could really offer much. So it would just be, we were supporting each other more, I would say, emotionally. At that time, she was going through her own transitions and, starting up her own business. She's actually incredibly successful right now in what she's doing. And she's got amazing things that she's been building and working on, again, for the last, 5 years. And it's finally coming to fruition for her. And she's starting to gain traction. She's lecturing. She's, like I said, just this incredibly brilliant person. And she's making some big waves. So she's developed her own online courses and she's seeing clients from all over the world and doing myofunctional therapy. So she's just pretty darn impressive as a person in and of herself. But, in the true Alex type fashion, our wedding is going to be in the trees per se, but it's going to be very, I want to call it my hippie wedding. We're going to be barefoot.
Off grid.
We're going to be off grid. It is going to be truly connecting with the earth and grounding and being connected in, God's creation versus everything else with the shoes and all the things. Like, it's going to be really kind of a unique, a very unique wedding ceremony. I would say the ceremony is going to be the most unique thing because Alex is going to help us out. But I don't know what really there is to do in Kingston that
I think
will
there's
be
a lot in Kingston, actually.
fun for a reception. But yeah, what is there in Kingston, Mr. Researcher?
I looked, and it looks like there's a lot more in Kingston than we thought. I mean, it's right on the water. Looks very beautiful. So
Yeah.
I really want to say lobster.
Lobster.
It just popped in my head. I don't know if they have lobster, but I just want to say lobster. There will be no bourbon warehouses or Philly tacos. It's going to be way more holistic than probably anything else we've done. So everything else is probably going to be cheese sauce or cheese curds or giant burgers or.
But we're going to do like farm to table
Absolutely.
type food.
I mean, I don't know if there's going to be a whole lot of farm that can come to the table in early June, mid-June, but we'll figure it out.
We will.
It's going to be exciting.
It is.
There should be at least fresh Atlantic seafood.
There will be some sort of fresh Atlantic seafood, and it will be gluten-free so that my dear friend Alex is able to enjoy with us. And
So I have to bring my own rolls?
yes.
Okay.
You have to bring your own rolls.
I'll eat the gluten-free ones. Technology is advanced that, they're almost indistinguishable.
Yeah.
We had a cinnamon roll last night.
Yes, I have a local friend that is also gluten-free, and she's starting her own bakery, and that was quite delectable. I mean, there's always texture differences, right?
Yeah, but for the most part, I mean.
Flavor.
Yeah, flavor was
on.
good. Like it wasn't as chewy, like al dente to the tooth. Chompy, like gluten-y, obviously. The gluten structure is missing. So when they figure that out, then that'll be the real thing. So I'm excited for Kingston. There's a lot more Alex stories. I'm excited now that we've wrapped up the tour. I think we're going to have the finale where we kind of get everybody on a Zoom call
With old fashions, of course.
with Old Fashions from Toronto.
Yes. We have a hotel picked out
Yep,
that we're going to
Yeah, we'd like to
stay in.
be up in a big old corner suite of the Delta Tower,
Yep.
overlooking the harbor.
Yes.
And yeah, kind of wrap it up from there and kind of tell everybody a little bit of how we felt and just all celebrate that the tour's over together, so everybody can see everybody else that was involved.
And then unveil the legally binding ceremony. Where did
Correct.
Jon and Keisha actually sign the certificate?
Yeah, because we're going to sign them everywhere. Which one did we mail in?
Correct. Which one did we mail in?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Which one got mailed in? That's going to be the question.
Mailed or not mailed?
You've got mail.
Yeah. Because all the states that we're going to, you've done all of the research on. You have a certain amount of time. Usually it's about 2 weeks.
30 days is, I think, what I found on most of them now.
Oh, okay. Awesome. So we've got plenty of time. We're doing this all within the span of 3 weeks. So it could be any of them.
That's the whole point.
That is the whole point.
Nobody knows until the end which one was the real one. And that's going to be very exciting, I think, for everybody to be part of. And then on the backside of all of these, we get to talk about how it went for us.
Yes.
How our experience was. And then, like I said, I think starting kind of in like the mid-20s of the episodes, I figured out the other day how to do call-in guests. We can't do call-in video yet. I haven't figured that out. So what we'll do is we'll probably just call in the audio and then put a static picture of them hanging out like in this general vicinity. Just a floating head.
Just a floating, a floating Gale head. Gale.
Just animated a little bit. So could be fun. So
It can be really fun. We already have a life-size Jody, one of my friends here in North Dakota. We did a vacation Bible school together, and she had just this goofy picture of her that we had taken. She was like in the middle of talking or something. So it was one of those like type picture, but it just cracks me up every time I see it. So, and she was riding a horse. The theme was yeehaw for vacation Bible school. And so she's riding this horse with this face. And so I just laugh every time I see it. We should. And she did, I don't remember, I think she went on Canva or something, but she made a life-size poster board of this. And I didn't even notice this. This is how horrible I am when I'm driving, guys. But she put it right behind my truck.
You drove over it.
When I would back out, I would see a Jody be like, bah, It didn't happen. I must have been in a hurry or something because Jon came. Go ahead.
I think it blew over and you drove over it.
Oh, okay.
Because there's a tire mark on the back of it.
Yeah, North Dakota is awfully windy. Awfully windy.
But anyway, so you brought it inside.
Well, Jon found it actually, and he brought it inside. I'm like, what is this? He's like, I don't know. Jody must have left it out for you.
You ask me like I know? Like, I don't know.
Oh, but we have had so much fun with that Jody, life-size Jody. Like, when Colleen Donkey was staying with us for a little while for the summer, and we would hide it, and she just would get so spooked. We could put it anywhere. She'd be like, bah, Jody.
It was so easy to scare with it.
Yes.
Even though she would know that we were going to do it.
She knew it was happening, and she'd still,
Tuna so hard.
She would. She'd tuna right up. And Reagan even got involved with that too. The kids had fun with it too, messing with Colleen. Absolutely.
Messing with Donkey. She sent us a GIF yesterday of Donkey at Shrek and Fiona's wedding.
Oh, in Shrek too, yeah.
Yeah.
Where they're in the onion and are we there yet? Are we there yet? And Donkey's just doing that sound. And yeah. So that will be her for sure. When we told Randy that Donkey was going to be, coming with us and helping with the videography and just capturing those special, she's been around us long enough that she knows.
She knows how we operate and our humor and stuff and kind of like what our vision for all of this would be because we really want to see this. We want all of you to see this through kind of like our eyes on the outside looking in.
Yes. So she's going to be helping with that. And Randy was just like, all right, it's going to be an adventure.
It's going to be some sort of production. So
it will be some sort of production.
And that's why we're putting a GoPro on Randy.
Yes.
On his motorcycle helmet or somewhere to have 6,000 miles of footage because that's a lot of quality B-roll.
It is a lot of quality B-roll.
Just worried about the GoPro taking a bug to this the lens.
Oh, it is going to be that
I think
time
we
of
need
year,
to
isn't
get
it?
like lens covers or something. Probably like a whole stack of those. Hey, GoPro. Just saying.
Name dropping again.
They haven't given us anything, so
No, everything that we've done has
everything
been
that we bring
purchased.
up, we purchased ourselves, and we will obviously let you know if somebody does sponsor us. We'll let you know, hey, like they gave us this, and then we're really appreciative of it, to help out.
And then we'll become influencers.
No, influencers are out. It's all UCG now,
What?
or UGC, user generated content. Influencers are so 2020.
Oh, I was hoping to be an influencer.
Yeah, you don't get to be an influencer. UGC is where it's at. I have a degree in marketing too, so but yeah, user generated content. So, but we're users. And we're going to generate content.
Okay.
It's more authentic.
Okay.
What do you want to influence? Starbucks?
What are all the things that I love most in life? Can I influence you?
I will marry you. Thanks, babe. We haven't even told our Starbucks stories yet, have we?
We have not told our Starbucks stories. Now seems like the perfect time to share that with our
I think that's going to have to be
listeners.
next episode. But
Are we coming up on time?
gosh, I think we're getting to that time where like this one went really fast, and I feel like we're really starting to catch our stride on these. So all of you regulars that have slogged through the first
However many episodes.
10 episodes to get to this one, I mean, I think really in episode 4 we really hit kind of a groove. The first episode 1, 2, and 3 are rough, and then once we get to 7, we have the audio upgrade.
Yes.
So you don't hear me on, holding or, my shirt rubbing against the mic on my shoulder, and me because I can't breathe out of my nose because I'm sick or stuffed up or whatever reason. So having the new mics is much better. But yes, I think we're getting much better, and I think we're going to cover our Starbucks stories and adventures in episode 12, because we're kind of getting to the point where we really have to start talking about like what the tour looks like as a whole on like 12 and 13, and then we're on tour.
Guys, it's coming up fast.
Yeah, then we're on tour. Mm-hmm.
We are on tour, my love, and getting hitched. Gone hitching.
Gone hitching.
Gone hitching.
So,
Put a sign on our door instead of
that-
gone fishing. Gone hitching.
is that a thing people say?
Getting hitched?
No, gone hitching?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Can that be my sticker?
Yeah, it could be your sticker.
Gone hitching. Okay. Gone hitching. Hashtag waiting on tour.
Hashtag
Boom.
gone hitching.
Oh.
Yeah, and then the next episode we get into talking about obviously Colleen coming a little bit more, Donkey, and kind of what that looks like. A little bit more on the technical side of production, and like more about like the in-betweens, in between the stops. We've talked about the stops a lot. Then we need to talk about like the chaos that's going to ensue between those, the behind the scenes stuff. That obviously there'll be pictures from the road, there'll be pictures on the website from the adventure where we're going to stop, where we get snacks, cool things we've seen along the way. But when we get to the hotel, it's going to be like upload, sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to find a good like esthetician. Maybe we can bring an esthetician along to like help take care of the bags under our eyes.
Pick them up.
Pick them up. Any estheticians out there that want to come be a part of Wedding on Tour to help Jon and Keisha's baggy eyes
we are
from lack
driving-
of sleep.
We're driving a 2026 Toyota Sequoia, not an 86 Sheepdog.
Oh, that would be awesome though. That would be pretty epic. With cardigans. Pull over.
Yeah, it's a cardigan, but thanks for noticing. Who's got the foot long? Yeah.
In your dreams.
Yeah. It would be, yeah, that would be, it's yeah. If you want to know what the tour is going to be like and what we're like in real life, it's really that, like Michael Scott vibes, like Dumb and Dumber. We live in
Just
pop
when I
culture
thought
references.
you couldn't get any stupider,
It's
you
the-
go and pull something like this.
Well, it's the Rockies, duh. I think I uploaded the transcript, right? Or uploaded one of the episodes, and it's telling me like, hey, it got flagged for like John Denver's full of shit.
Oh,
It's like that seems, derogatory. I'm like, well, it's also a movie quote, so and
It's
it comes
also a
from
movie
Dumb and Dumber,
yeah.
because we're talking about the mountainous area of the United States. So,
Yeah.
but that's how we think. That's our daily conversations. So
It really is. We talk in memes We have our own language.
Well, we did have meme wars for the longest time.
We did. There was a day actually that we did nothing but memes with each other.
That was back when
fun.
we were friends.
That was fun. We should revive that.
Maybe during the tour.
You're going to be driving, my love. I'm going to be driving.
At the same time?
No, but somebody's going to have to look
Why
at
don't
their
you sit on my
phone.
lap and you steer and I'll work the pedals?
That's not dangerous at all.
Not at all. Not at all. So we're very excited for the tour. I'm very excited that we got through all of our stops and that we're going to pick it up on episode 12 next week for you, talking about some of our Starbucks adventures. Now we got to where we're at with some of those crazy little things that we're going to do along the way as we talk about the tour on a whole and the chaos that will ensue between each stop, from ceremony to, I think we've covered ceremony to reception-ish kind of, and then we'll talk about those more after the tour.
Yes. Hopefully we've been able to enlighten you, intrigue you enough to want to see everything through and, just share a little bit about who we are and the amazing people that we've had the privilege of sharing parts of our lives with. And, we'll bring them on as soon as the wedding on tour is over and just get to have them talk about their own versions of who we are during those seasons too. So
Absolutely. And then after all of that, we have a direction to go in after we wrap up kind of the wedding on tour segment of the show. Might take a couple weeks off.
I think we will probably deserve it. Maybe
Yes, I think so.
Because I've still got to work.
I think so. Oh.
Yeah.
No. Still fun employed when we recorded this. So we'll see if by the time this episode's released, maybe I found something. But it's kind of coming up on the what am I trying to say?
I don't know.
Coming up on the time when this episode gets released that we're going to be on tour shortly. So it's going to be like, I'm going to have to probably push it to the end of June, early July if I start with somebody.
I don't know, though. I've been, in my recent communications with my new employer, like that was part of the hiring process. I just giving you a heads up. I need to take 3 weeks off in June.
Yeah,
So,
I think for the right employer for me, it would be valuable. And like I said, if nothing else out of all of this, I have one hell of a marketing analytics portfolio to work on now. So
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what this is.
Maybe it is. But we do have a direction that this is going to go. It's not just going to be us talking about the wedding on tour until the end of time after all of this, and not reformat the show, but have guests on and talk about everyday people stuff.
Continue on with the, like most people do, the Vibecast journey and sharing those pearls of wisdom and insights, and just, there's an entertainment factor to all of this, and hopefully we are entertaining enough for folks. But
well, we sure as shit ain't boring.
That is the last thing I think we are. I don't think either one of us. My grandpa would call it, we're farts in a skillet. We just kind of don't sit still. We're always doing stuff. Even when we're fun employed, we are not just sitting around doing nothing. We're making stuff happen, and that's something that I love about us.
Me too. We're just full sending it, quick starting it.
We are.
So on the note of farts in a skillet, regulars, thanks for joining us on JKLOL Storytime. I'm Jon.
I'm Keisha.
And we'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time.